product or service. It's an exchange. We give certain amount in order to get product or service. And there's another one that what I prefer personally. It's the price is a sacrifice. It's just not the amount, but there's other efforts that we can put in order to get the price. For example, to buy good bread, we go 300 meters in order to get that product. So there's effort. There's more than effort in terms of time, physical effort, other sacrifice in order to get. Well, this is in general. The idea of the last chapter is according to what and what is our strategy in order to fix the price. There's different strategies. We can fix the price according to the cost, and we have fixed cost and variable cost. Generally, the industrial companies are using this method. They have the cost of a product, plus they put another percentage of the benefits. There is an external factors like government can fix the price, like we fix the price. The price is fixed by the cartel, and cartel is different producers in order to fix a war among them. The price can be fixed also according to the competition, according to the according to certain situations. If there's war, if there's peace, if there's a shortage of the product. So the social situation, environment situation, there's earthquake or no, that can be high or down. We can the price also is fixed according to the market. We saw that there's 4 characteristics for the market: oligopolistic, monopolistics, the 2 others. So a lot of sellers, a lot. So it differs here. For example, for a pure monopoly, there's only one. There's no competition. Only one producer. Also, the other side is we can fix the price according to the customers himself, the benefits, and you're gonna look to the image. We have a psychological price. If we put a very low price, the consumer will not buy. Why? Because the price doesn't reflect the image and the quality of the product, so they don't believe you. That's why the price has to be the there's also strategies. The price is, we can fix the price according to the skimming strategy. What does it mean, skimming strategy? In order to market, to sell a product, a new product in a market. Skimming strategy, this is strategy d'écrémage. Skimming strategy means to fix very high price when we use this method, when we have very small segment, few customers, few potential customers. We have a branded product, we have a new product, we have an innovation, so we can fix very high price to that niche or that small segment, and we're gonna make profit per unit. For example, you're gonna sell whatever, like Ferrari, for example, in Tunisia, and you know that you're gonna sell maximum 50 Ferrari. So sell it at 400,000 dinars, and you're gonna make 150,000 dinars per for each product, for each item. So the profit is per unit. It's not per in quantity. Since you have very few customers. At the opposite, we have the penetration strategy. When you have a regular product, convenience product, and there isn't, and you want to sell at the maximum, so we're gonna decrease the price, you're gonna kill the price, put lower price than the competitors in order to attract more customers and to increase your market share. This is the penetration strategy. So the profit, you're gonna do the profit per quantity, it's not per unit. Okay, this is the, and we said that the price is the only piece that the company can get money from outside. The other pieces, the company is spending money. There's money spent. There's money invested in the other piece, like to produce, to develop, and produce a product. The company gonna spend money to distribute a product in different places. The company gonna spend money to promote product, participating in exhibitions, putting ads at the TV, making digital marketings. All this gonna the company gonna put money, gonna spend money. So from where comes the money to the company? Only by this price, by selling the product or service, offering this. Today we're gonna see the third P. Okay, so here, please have a look. This is distribution, means place. What does it mean? Place where we can meet our customers, where product can meet together. Since we know our target market, so by which way we're gonna deliver our product? Online, by participating, by selling it in different outlets. What kind of outlets? In pharmacy, or in malls, or general shops, or specific outlets? Our product, how we're gonna put it available to the customers, to the potential customers. That's what we're gonna see today. There's different ways to distribute. Please have a look to this, to the learning goals. Okay, we go to the second. So, more independent organization involved in the process of making a product or service available for use or consumption. Business user. Okay. Here, the channel choices affect other decision in the market place, the price gonna change. Why? Because according to the distributions, why? If you have your own distributors, the price gonna be related. You can add just the salary of the employees, means it's already included in the fixed cost. But if you're gonna use certain other external employees like representative, like what we call soul representant, in other places, in other area, in other country, in other foreign market, so you have to add that commissions, maybe also certain salary, certain advantage you have to include. If you're gonna use distributors or transport, you are selling a product in Tunisia and you receive an order from Japan, so you have to include the price inside the cost done in Tunisia. Why? Because the transport from Tunisia to Japan, well, you have it's not cheap. You have to add it to the general cost of the product. Okay, so it affects the distribution, the transport among it affects the pricing. It affects also the marketing communication. To communicate, this is our next chapter. Who gonna make the communication, the promotion of the product? Is it our company or our exclusive distributors? For example, we are selling our product to Russian distributors, and probably he gonna make the promotion for the product. He gonna translate all the labels into Russian language. He gonna participate in different fairs and exhibition in Russia. So or probably we're gonna share all that amount together between us and our distributors. So it depends. The marketing communication also it affects. If we have a product and we have a packaging in Tunisia written in Arabic and French language, if we receive an order from England, so packaging, and we have to communicate and we have to promote our product in other languages. So this is also there's another money that we have to spend in order to be accessible to that market. Okay, so a strong distribution system can be a competitive advantage. How? If you have a good distribution channel, there is no error, there is no problem, so it's good for you. Your exclusive distributors is participating in different fairs, is making big reports, is informing you about the competitions, about the different legislations, about the wants and needs of the customers, in order to develop a future product, to design the future product, and your distributors is paying you well. So this is very good. And your distributors is increasing the sales, selling well. You put a target and he's making more than that target. So this is very good. It helps your company to increase too. But if you have problems like with your distributors, you're about the product well. Means he doesn't have a good warehouse. There's a lot of damaged products. A lot of he doesn't pay attention to. He's not making reports. He's not informing you about the competition, about legislations. He's not paying you well. So you said this distributors is not good, and probably your product you will not sell it. Your distributors is cheating you, is changing your product, is means he's not taking care about your brand, about your product. So even his customers in a foreign in a foreign market, they're leaving him. So in this case, you don't have a good distributors, or you will not be very competitive. There's methods how to select a good distributors and bad distributors. There is certain criteria we can use. Okay, but in general, we have to make a deal for a long time with our distributors. Why? Because there's in certain product we have secrets, we have methods of working. The distributor can visit your company and knows the different department and have a deep idea about your company in order to promote your company and your product. But if these distributors, for example, or retailer or representative, they're not good, so it's gonna make you a big problem. Why? Because this kind of relation we have to build them for a long time. It's not for 1 day or 2 days. It's for years and years. Why? Because the separation with them to finish the relation takes you a long time first, and other thing, it's good. It's not good for the business environment. Your competitors gonna hear about that relation, that separation, and the different customers also maybe they're gonna have bad information about you and about the distributors. That's why we said channel decision involve long-term commitment to other firms. So we have to make a long-term relation. Here I have, according to this picture, we're gonna see certain advantage and certain activities that the distributors can do, or the intermediaries in general. In this case, distributor. So imagine there's no distributors here. The picture on your left. We have 3 companies and we have 3 population. The first company gonna deliver their product to the first population. That's the first relation is number 1. The same thing, the company gonna serve the second population, and there's the relation number 2. Serve the third relation, and then is number 3. For the other population, we have company number 2. The same thing for the last company number 3. So if we gonna see how many relations, we're gonna find there's 9 relations for 3 companies and 3 populations. There's 9 relations. This is waste of time and waste of money. But if we have here on the other picture, you're gonna have a store, an intermediaries. He's gonna take the goods from the 3 companies, and when he deliver the product to the first population, he will not deliver the product just from for the first company. He's gonna deliver one time. He's gonna deliver the products of the 3 companies. So better is of in terms of cost. Why? Because only one delivery for the like they're gonna share the delivery cost among them, the 3 companies. The for the same thing for the second and the third population. Uh, Here there are certain conditions, and we're gonna see the condition how to be out and how to have a good way of management this kind of store, the warehouse. It's not just taking the goods and the form. Also, he has to be paid. In order to pay the dealers, he has to get good warehouse. He has to inform the suppliers, the companies, the three companies about the wants, the needs, the number, the competition, about the markets, make the reports. So there's more than taking goods and delivering. Hey, how channel members add value? So channel members add value. The intermediaries add value by bridging the major time, means minimizing the major time, the time, the place, and possession gaps. The gaps هو اللي كار between the companies and the customers. Okay, the key function. The channel, the intermediaries can do all these elements, all these key function, like information. He gonna inform the customers about how to use a product, about the price, about the discount, about the advantage related to products, about as I told you, it's not just taking product and delivering. No, it's not like that. It's not making just transport. He's informing also, and sometimes they're even printing certain catalogs. Why? Because when he gonna sell a lot, he gonna increase his business, his profit, and basically for the exclusive distributors. Exclusive distributors, they're doing this. Means there is no other distributors selling that product, only them. So if they promote, for sure the customers gonna buy from them, not from other people. Okay, now promotion. I told you this information and promotion. They inform about the different advantage, the different. They promote the company. They promote the product. Sometimes there's a certain discount. Also, they inform their customers about the discount. The contact. They are doing contact with actual and potential customers. The company is not always easy to make contacts because it's a heavy job. It's big job. Imagine you have a company here in Tunisia and you want to sell your product in all over the Tunisia country. So to reach all, for example, you are making biscuits. It's so difficult for yourself to deliver the product all over the country. So what you're gonna do? You're gonna choose, for example, 2 or 3 distributors. One in the north, the other in the middle of the country, and the other in the south. And they're gonna make their job. You're gonna give them the price, and they're gonna distribute all over the area, their area. And that's it. So it's quickly, and they know their customers. You don't know the people in the south and the people in the north. You don't know them. So they are doing the contact, matching the customers or the market and the couple market and the product. They know which market they're gonna sell that product, and in other place which market they're gonna sell the other product. Negotiating, they can negotiate, and negotiating, sometimes they negotiate with other companies. Their customers, maybe industrial, maybe business. They're making business. Not It's not just individuals. So they can make negotiation to buy quantity for 1 year. So even for you, it's and the distributors gonna inform the company about the projection and for the sales for the next years. In order to prepare themselves, the company can prepare, for example, in order to buy raw materials. And why? Because they have certain contract, 6-7 contract with certain quantities, so they prepare themselves. Who gonna make the negotiation? The distributors, the intermediaries. Just 1 second, please. So physical distribution, this is the delivery. Financing means they are uh, paying the company, and in other hand, also they're taking money from their customers. They're paid from their customers. What's the risk? There's a lot of risk, and that's why you have to check the intermediaries. What kind of intermediaries? Basically, distributors. Why distributor? Because they're taking the product and they're putting the products in their warehouse. If their warehouse is they don't have the right equipment, it's not clean, it's dirty, there's a lot of damaged product, so you have to take care about your product. And even you can say, no, I don't want to deal with this distributor. I have to look for one distributors. It has a good warehouse. Even there's international standards nowadays. I don't know if you know the one among the best warehouse that I saw. The warehouses of Amazon, wonderful. And they took a software from, I think, Finland. I think there's a lot of robots. They're working, and it's clean. They have thousands and thousands of items. It's so quick to get their product, to take the product, and to ship the product. So very well organized. Environmental sustainability. Here, the sustainability in terms of long term. You are making relation for long term. Number of channel levels. The number of intermediaries level indicates the length of a marketing channel. Length, the longer. Direct channel we have, and we have indirect channel. Indirect channel, I will explain you this just in the next slide. The direct and indirect. Direct means from the company directly to the consumer. Indirect channel, you're gonna use, the company gonna use intermediaries in order to reach the customers. Intermediaries. Sometimes you have to use intermediaries. Sometimes no, it's not necessary to use intermediaries. You can sell by your own. procedures. Producer lose more control and face greater channel complexity as additional channel levels are added. What does it mean here? In a direct channel means there's intermediaries. If you have one intermediaries, well, it's okay, you can manage. If you have two intermediaries, it's more risky. You have to pay attention. For example, you have distributors, and distributors gonna sell your product to retailers. You have to check the distributors and the retailers in order to protect your brand, to protect your name, to protect your products. So if you have, imagine you have two distributors, importer distributors. You are selling your product to foreign market, and through an importer distributors, you are exporting, and there's an importer there. You're gonna import your product. After that, you're gonna distribute your product to sell your product to other distributors. The distributors gonna sell the product to wholesalers, grossist, and they're selling everything. Wholesale, they are selling the product to the retailer, revendeur, and retailer are selling the product to the consumer. So there's a lot of intermediaries here, and a lot of risk in terms to protect the brand, to protect the goods itself, the image of the product. And maybe in order to, you don't want that your product is changed, because there's a risk of change the product. You are producing alcohol, for example, and you are selling it to another country. Probably they're gonna open among the intermediaries, they're gonna open the drums, and they're gonna put water instead of emptying a certain quantity of alcohol and filling it with water, cheating. So the image of your product, of your brand, gonna be changed. They're cheating. So it's risk. There's the risk here. They're using your name and putting bad product, cheating the product. So here we have direct from producer to consumer. There's no intermediaries. Can you give me example here? From producer to consumer. We have so many here. So many examples. Hello. Can you give me? Can you give me example?
Fast food.
Fast food, for example, directly they're serving directly the consumer good. What else? اللي تخدم حتى في الطابون، الطيب في الطابون، الطيب في الطابون تبيع لي قدام directly. الكوشة تبيع directly. So we have so many examples. ثم الترزي directly. Sorry. Sorry, I'm a little bit sick, so sorry, excuse me. Here we have producer consumer. Here we have producer to business consumer. So the consumer can be individuals in the first case and can be business in the second case. Okay. So like business producer, for example, maintenance, a company doing maintenance directly, they're going to a company to make certain repairs or certain maintenance. Or a company is selling raw materials to another company directly. Company selling equipment to to another company. There is no intermediaries here. But this is what we call direct. When there's intermediaries, it's gonna be indirect. Why? Because to reach certain customers, consumer, the company has to go through intermediaries. The intermediary gonna help the company in order to reach their customers, their consumers. Like in this case, retailer. I see the bakery. The bakery, in this case, the first case is they can sell directly to the consumer. But the bakery can sell to certain other companies, consumers, in this case, like hospitals, like clinics, like restaurants, through certain intermediaries or certain retailers. Retailers or business distributors. هذا ريتيلر يشري من عنده كاميون، عنده كرهبة يحط فيها الخبز ويمشي يدور على الريستورانات. Okay, so intermediaries, retailers. In order to reach more customers, when there are certain customers are difficult to reach, are difficult, basically, in terms of distance, in terms of geography distance, or in terms of international market, for example. This is also difficult. Okay. After producer, wholesaler, grossist, wholesale, retailers. Here we have more intermediaries, and if you add more intermediaries, there's more risks to protect the product and to protect the brand also. That's okay. Sometimes you can find there 3 or 4 more than. The same case for the business, from producer to business distributors, then business distributor for business customer. Producer, manufacturer representative or sales branch. There are certain companies, they have sales branch, كما agence في بلاصة، كما Air Liquide. Air Liquide ما في فرنسا. They are selling certain materials and certain product to, for example, to other branch in all over the world. في كل بلاصة عندهم لير ليكيد. يبعثوا لتونس. تونس عندهم زادة distributor. They're distributing to different places. In the north, probably they're selling directly the branch, and in other places there's other business distributors taking the product and distributing in the south, for example. يمشيوا للجنوب يوزعوه. Okay. Channel members are connected via variety of flows. Les flux هذوما. Physical flows. What does it mean? Physical flow means the distributor, the intermediary is going to take physically the product and deliver the product to whatever other intermediaries like retailers or to the consumer. So there's a motion from the companies to the final consumer. After that, payment flow. The payment is at the opposite of physical flow, means the payment is going from the customers to the retailers, from retailer to the distributors or the wholesalers, and from wholesalers to the company at the opposite side. The company is producing, is delivering, but the money is coming from the opposite side. Since there's an exchange, means there's two ways. The product the products go one way and the money coming from the other way, the opposite way. Information flow here both sides. The company wants to that the product to be that the product will be well known, how to use the product, how to install the product, how what are the different advantage of the product. So the intermediaries here gonna make this job too, gonna help the company too, in order to inform their retailer, their customers about the product. And at the opposite, also the retailers and the intermediaries gonna inform the company about the needs, the wants of the consumer, about the competition, about the similar product, competitive product. Uh, okay, complementary product. So the information is going both two sides. Promotion flow. Promotion is going here from the company to the consumer through the intermediaries in terms of to promote the product, to inform about the product, and to make certain discount in terms of price. Flow of ownership. This is a headache. Means ownership. Who has the possession of the product? When it's mine. That's the question. When I pay it, or maybe I buy the product, and if I will pay after 3 months, the product, is it mine or it's not mine? Generally, when you make an agreement to buy and you get the product, and you said, okay, I will buy you after, and you have the product, it's yours. We have two major elements here: conventional distribution channel and vertical marketing system. We have to pay attention to the difference between them. The conventional distribution channel, what does it mean? It means this. Conventional marketing channel, the first one on your left, means from the producer going to the wholesalers, going to the retailer, and to consumer. It's linear. The producer is selling the product to wholesalers, and that's it. He's not taking any, doesn't care about anything after. The wholesalers is selling the products to the retailers, and that's it, finished there. After that, the retailer is selling the product to the consumer. But imagine if the consumer has problem with the product. The consumer gonna say to a retailer, I have problem. Oh, okay, it's not mine. It's the problem of the distributors. The distributors, it's not my problem. It's the problem of the producer. The producer is not here in Tunisia. He's coming from other countries. So it's difficult to replace that product. So at the end, this system doesn't answer doesn't solve the problem of the consumer, and it's weak. These entities, producer, wholesalers, retailers, are not working in common, are not working together, are not making the same strategy. Now everyone is making his profits, and that's it. He's selling, and we don't care about the other elements. The vertical marketing channel. What does it mean here? Here they said to serve better the consumer, and in order to keep our consumer, we don't want to lose them. We have to make a strategy among us, like we act as one company, and they are not one company, but we have to act as one company. In order to, if there's a problem here, we have to solve it all together. We're going to make an agreement how to take the product, how to replace, how to solve the problem in order to keep our consumer. Okay. باهي نجيو لهنا. Who can read, please?
I read.
Okay, please go ahead.
Conventional distribution channels consist of one or more independent channel members, each seeking to maximize its own profits, often result in poor performance. Vertical marketing systems, producers, wholesalers, and retailers act as a unified system. One channel member owns, has contracts with, or has so much power that they all cooperate. Benefits should include greater control, less conflict, and economics of scale due to the size of the system.
Okay, so look here. So everyone in the conventional marketing channel here, the intermediaries are fixing their own profit, and sometimes they're putting at the maximum their profit. They don't care about the retailer. Retailer is putting also the maximum profit. So the consumer gonna pay. The consumer and the producer generally they're losing. Why? Because producer sometimes is putting very low price, very low cost, very low price, and the consumer is buying with a very high price. The best example that we have near our university, near TBS, we have the market of food and vegetables. سوق الجملة. Very good examples. الفلاح وقت يبيع الطماطم ب 300 فرنك. الطماطم يبيعها الفلاح ب 300 فرنك. تخلط للوكال هذا الكونسيومر تخلط له ب2000. علاه؟ على خاطر وول سيلز شي يجي يقول ياخذها ويبدا يدلل. ياخذ الطماطم ومتفاهمين الوول سيلز كله مع بعضهم. يقول لك قداش احنا نبيعوه الناس توا الفتره ديما الطماطم ناقصه مش السيزون تاع الطماطم. تعرف كيفاه الخاطر كلها بيوت مكيف. هذه ضربتنا، هذه فرصتنا. تعرف قداش خذيناه 300 فرنك. هبطك 20 طرنات الكلهم يتفاهموا مع بعض. تعرف ايش نحطهم؟ برا حطها 1200 خوض ولا طير قرنك. حطها 1200 يجي الخضار بالكماين باش كل واحد يجيب سلعته يحط في الخضره في الحانوت نتاعو يبيعوا غير ب 1500. هي هو 1500 يقول لك انا ماخذها ب 1500 وتفسد لي كان ما تباعش نبيعها ب2000 وتخلط للوكال ب2000. شكون خاسر فيها؟ الوكال هنا كونسيوم والبروديوسر خسر عليها 4-5 شهور دويات وخدمه ويربح يمكن في 50 فرنك ولا 30 فرنك في الكيلو. والوكال يخلصها ب 2000 فرنك. اللي ربح فيها هذا الوول سيلز داخل في الربح وخارج من الخسار. يشد عجبت وياخذ، ما عجبتوش ما ياخذش. درس نو ريسك، مش كما الفلاح ممكن السلعه تفسد له، ممكن المطر ما تصبش، ممكن يجاها مرض ذاك الغله ولا الخضره يبدا يخدم ويبدا مفجوع. لا هذا الفلاح هذا الانترميدير هذا الهب هذا اللي عنده كارو يسميه يشوف. وحاجه اخرى يبيع هذا في نهار. الفلاح بقى فيها 4 شهور باش يهبط الطماطم، 5 شهور الفلاح يبيعها في نهار. انا قلت الفلاح هذايا الجروسيست يبيعها في نهار، البروفي في نهار، 20 طرنات يبيعهم في نهار، ويزيد يتلفت يمشي للفلاح الاخر الفلاح هذا يخدم مخرج 20 طرناطة، هو يمشي يتعامل مع 4 و5 و6 فلاح، كل يوم يضرب لك فيه عشرات طرانط. Okay, and the producer sometimes gonna have a problem. Why? Because at the end, it doesn't want that his product reach the consumer at $2, for example. It's too expensive. يجي يقول لك انا ما نجمش. العباد اللي باش يبدا ياخذ 2 كيلو واللي ياخذ رطل هكا. البقيه نتاع الغله عنده 50 هكتار، يبقى غادي البقيه ما تباعلوش، تفسد، يزيد يطيح في السوق. المشكله هو الانترميديار. This is in general. مرات ديزانترميديار يبداو كونكت، مرات ديزانترميديار لا. هذا الواقع. ولا باهي نتعداو الكونفنشن هذايا الفيرتيكال ماركتينج. This they have certain example related to this. يجي يتفاهم with the wholesalers and with the retailers. We have to make a strategy in order to give the service in order sorry. Sorry. In order to give, and in order to have a price to fix the price to the final consumer. Also, there's certain company that are making like franchise exactly the franchise. They're working like the producer, wholesalers, and retailers at the same time. هذيك الفرانشيز واللي تخدم في الخدمة ذي الكل. Okay, well, it's more beneficial. The consumer gonna find solution with them. Here, it's so difficult. يجي يقول له الكونسيومر، يقول له لا غالي، على يقول له للريتيل يقول له لا راني انا خديتها غالي، خديتها 15%. يمشي للوول سيل يقول له انا عندي تاكس وعندي كذا وسلعة مش وقتها، مش في وقتها، وعجبك خذ، ما عجبكش ما تاخذش. هذه هي. اوكي. Here, look, we have the producer. The producer can sell directly to the consumer through different way, through internet, through telephone, by using catalogs. كما شو اسمه Avon. I don't know if you know the cosmetic product or like كما RVA زاد يستعمل في الكاتالوجز. There's certain companies are using this way. Producer can sell to another segment of consumer through retailers, just retailers, or producer can sell through distributors, dealers, and dealers هو نستعملوه في البزنس عادة. Dealers, to deal means to negotiate inside. Or producer can sell the product through sales forces. Sales force means you have your own salesman and they're gonna contact directly the customers. Who gonna do this? Like telecommunication companies. هذا أريد تيليكوم وش اسمه أورانج. كيش يعملوا they have their own employees and they're visiting the different other employees and they're giving them their offer. Okay, If you are if you're gonna use our telecommunication channel, our if you are using, for example, telecom, you're gonna have this advantage. You're gonna have, for example, you can talk among all the employees free. You have 5 numbers free, even with your families. You pay, you put 10 dinars, you're gonna receive 20 dinars. You're gonna have one telephone every year, for example, or a discount of 150 dinars every year. جي l'entreprise الأخرى gonna offer make another offer. تجي وذمهم. There's the insurance also. The insurance, they have sales force, means salesmen. They're visiting different companies and they're offering their service, their product. هذوم sales هذيك sales force. The transport, international transport also. International transport, they're visiting the companies and to tell them, well, we have this kind of we have this kind of boat. We have every day we have one boat going to Europe and one boat going to Asia, for example, and one boat going to North of America. We have the best price. The container cost to France, for example, 1,500 dinars. Our competitors are charging 2,500 dinars, and they're giving their offer like that. They're explaining their advantage. The banks also visiting different companies. يمشي يقولوا لهم يا سيدي جيوا معانا. You're gonna have this advantage. وقداش حطوا وقداش you put your money with us, you're gonna have this advantage, this interest. نجيو لهنا. Channel design decision. So how to analyzing customers' needs, cost and feasibility of meeting needs must be considered. The needs of the consumers, how to get that needs, how to acquire that needs by different. Sometimes you can make even marketing research. There's certain distributors there looking for the needs by making scientific research. It's not like that. Setting channel objective. Set channel objectives in terms of targeted level of customer service. Which service and which segment I'm gonna serve. For this segment, I have to go through these intermediaries, through this channel. The other segment I can make it through this channel. Okay. Many factors influence channel objectives. Like the nature of the company, size, financial position, and its product. It's through this. Means if you have very big company, you will not deal with very small intermediaries. And at the opposite also. You have to imagine you want to be the exclusive distributors of Samsung. Samsung, they don't have just TV. They have TV, smartphone, electronics. And if you're gonna import the product from south of Korea, you have to. It's not just importing and paying taxes, and besides that, there's all the service after sale service. If the customer is gonna complain about the product, if there is the product is damaged, how to repair the product. So you have to get a full team in order to assure the service of that kind of product, and in order to keep the exclusivity. Otherwise, they're gonna take the exclusivity and they're gonna give it to another distributor. You have to be sure, and you have to have money in order to distribute your product to all over the country, to all over the market. So it's not easy. There's money, there's management, good management, there's a wonderful team, there's training, there's certain other parts, certain equipment, how to repair the product. Marketing intermediaries, how to promote also. You're going to promote your product here because you are exclusive distributor. You want to compete with French product, German TV, with other smartphone, American smartphones, other brand, smartphone brand. So you have to make a marketing strategy. Competition, you know the competition, and you know the different advantage and how to compete well. How to inform also the suppliers, if you are distributors, how to inform them about the needs of the customers, about the advantage of the other product, about the advantage of your product, how the future you contribute to develop, to design the future products, about the competition, about the price, about the legislations, rules. What are the different rules, legislation in that market? Taxes, for example. Marketing environment, we have two environment, micro and macro environment. All you have to treat all of them and to inform your suppliers if you are distributors. Identify major alternatives. Type of intermediaries. We have company sales force, Tarifa Sertelco. Manufacturers agencies. Sometimes you open a manufacture in other place. Why? Because it's easier for you to produce the product in other places than producing in your local market and exporting it. انت تعمل, you are making a bridge, تعمل في القناطر. هيك تمشي للمالي باش تعمل قنطرة, يهز معك ليكيبمون برك, ما تهزش القنطرة تبعثها كيك وغادي سور بلاس تمشي تعملها القنطرة, تصنع البيتون ارمي وتركبها, تهز ليكيبمون برك. اوكي. Industrial distributors. The industrial distributors means companies that are distributing just equipment and raw materials for their target market are companies, industrial companies. Number of marketing intermediaries. We have three kinds here: intensive, selective, and exclusive distributor. What does it mean, intensive? Intensive means the distributors, or as company or distributors, whatever, the goal of this is to put your product available in every place. Generally, the intensive distribution is for convenience product, like food, like newspaper, like chocolate, like fruit, like cakes, like food. Any this kind of product, you have to put it available to in every place. This is intensive. This is intensive. What does it mean, selective? At the opposite of intensive, we have selective. Selective means that you're going to choose only a few outlets to sell your product, to distribute your product. Your product going to be available only in a few places. For example, you are selling the Rolex. Rolex, I'm going to choose only two outlets, two shops. That's it. I will not put it in every place. I have branded product, like for example, I'm selling Lacoste product or Sergio Tacchini branded clothes. So for tennis, for example, tennis game, I will not put it every place. In every 5 meters, I'm gonna sell this kind of product. It's selective. So I'm gonna make probably two shops here in Tunisia, one in Tunis, one shop in Sousse, and one shop in Sfax, for example, and that's it. This is selective. There are certain companies they're using this method also, like شو اسمه هو Yves Rocher. Yves Rocher, since the product of Yves Rocher are basically from are not synthetic and chemical product, coming the raw materials of Yves Rocher products are natural, coming from nature. There's no synthetic. He preferred to sell his product only in his own shops. He's not selling the cosmetic product, his cosmetic products in different shops. No, only in his shops. And there's, I think, 2 or 3 Yves Rocher, I think. Probably I'm wrong. I think there's 2 or 3 here in Tunisia. Selective. This is selective. What does it mean? Exclusive distribution. Exclusive distribution. Exclusivity means an intermediary who has, or here, exclusive distributors means a distributors has distributors make an agreement with the company to distribute the product only in a certain market, in one market or 2 markets, but he's the only one who is allowed to sell the product in that area. That's the exclusivity. Means the company is not allowed to sell the product through different distributors, 5 or 6 distributors. No. Since he has the exclusivity, he is the only one to distribute the product of the company in a certain market, for example, in Tunisia or in Algeria. What is the advantage of exclusivity? The advantage, there's multiple advantage for both company and for the distributors. The distributors wants to get the exclusivity, means he's alone to distribute that product, means he has no competition. No other distributors gonna sell that product. This is the first. So he can fix the price, whatever the price he's gonna fix, and he can promote as he wants. Why? Because all the customers, the end user, gonna buy from him. Okay, this is one thing. For the company, it's better to deal with one distributors, better dealing with 5. I prefer to sell one order of 5 containers better than selling 100 order for 3 containers. Why? Because there's 50 distributors, and this is buying a small quantity, the other little bit big, the other there's error, the other change, and every time I have to open an export document which cost me. So I prefer to sell the product to only one distributors by big quantity, and I know that my distributors is covering the market over than 70% of the market. He can cover that market. So all of this is really good for the distributors and for the company also. You're gonna use just one employee instead of 10 employees to serve the 50 distributors. Okay. But it's not honest. Imagine if he's not taking care about the product and the brand. Imagine if the distributor is gonna tell certain secrets to other companies. It's cheating. Imagine these distributors cheat. So there's a certain risk. That's why you have to ask a professional to make the contract of exclusivity, not a lawyer. Lawyer gonna see the legal side, but the management side of the project of the distribution, the manager can see it, the marketer can do it, and they made this kind of contract. So you have to see the reality of the distribution and the exclusivity and the business also. باهي نتعدى أو قربنا توا إيش مازال باهي. Till now, is it okay or no? Do you have any questions?
It's okay.
باهي. Evaluating major alternatives. Look, there's three possibilities. Economic criteria. Economic criteria, what does it mean? Means that we have different possibility to distribute our product. Taking distributors or exclusive distributors, making intensive, making selective, using representative, using we can sell by online, we can sell through through our sales force, we can use our employees, we can all this we can compare them. So we make comparative studies, and we're gonna see the most profitable for us, the cheapest for us, the most beneficial for us. This is the economic criteria. It means I compare the different possibilities in terms of distribution, and I'm gonna choose the best one. Okay. We have also another element, the control issues. What does it mean? I have a product, branded product, medical product. I am making medicines, so it's dangerous for me. I have to, when I sell my product to distributors, I have to be sure that the distributor's gonna pay attention to the medicines, because it makes a problem if there's error another day. If there's error and there's one guy who has problem, means health problem, so it's very bad for the company. So I have to control, according to my product, I have to control the distributors and the distributors, retailers, whatever, wholesalers. So I have to pay attention sometimes more to the control more than the economic side. This is another factor that we have to consider. Okay. توا اللي باش يبيع السيمان مش كما اللي باش يبيع الدواء ولا اللي يبيع الحديد نتاع البني. بيع الحديد it's not a problem. معناتها بصفة عامة. أما تبيع الدواء and your distributors is not putting the medicines in a good place. There's humidity, there's error, there's نعرفش مسخة الدواء فسد، دخلت بودر، دخلت درا شنو، فسد الدواء وانت بعد تمشي تبيعه لي فارماسي، ما ثبتوش لي فارماسيان، ترصت لك في مشكل مع واحد. This is the control issue. We have to consider it and to pay attention to this element. We have also adaptive criteria. What does it mean, adaptive? Well, I'm not used to choose only one this one way to distribute my product, to deliver my product. I can deliver the product by myself. I can deliver the product through internet, sell through internet and deliver using my own cars. And I can sell in other market. I can use distributors. And in other markets, foreign markets, I can use representative. So there's no problem. Okay. Well, they are adaptative, means you can use this and you can use that. You can use 2 or 3 ways. Never mind. أنا في تونس نبيع وحدي. هي في فرنسا استعمل distributor. وفي ألمانيا representative. Representative every time you're gonna find customers. The German customer gonna place an order. He's gonna receive a certain percentage. Okay. به شنو له ولا كملناه شنو وصلنا لهنا. Designing international distribution. Okay, global marketers usually adapt their channel strategy to structures that exist within foreign countries. Here in certain countries, it's preferable that you use the same way of delivering or distributing the product as the culture or the business or the way of living in that country. For example, in United States and in other places, the e-commerce is going more and more, is developed more and more for certain products. So there's no problem. You can make a strategy to sell the product through by e-commerce, but in other but in other area, in other foreign market, you can use, for example, distributors or representative, or even you can open your out. Sorry, you can open your own outlet. تسمعوا به المصمودي بتاع شو اسمه بتاع دي كيك تونيزيان كيك تراديشنال كيك.
Yes.
ايش يعمل هذاك؟ الاستراتيجي بتاعه شنو؟ To develop the export side, the international business activities. He's producing all the products in Tunisia. And he is opening the shops in different places. Dubai, Abu Dhabi, France. He has so many shops in France. So many. In England, in Germany, in Canada, in Los Angeles. I think 3 or 4 years ago he opened in Los Angeles. Producing in Tunisia and delivering by airplane to all this area. يوزع الغادي. اوكي هذه من الاستراتيجيه نتاع يقول لك انا I prefer to produce here in Tunisia where they have the techniques better than producing in France because the employees is so expensive there and the cake gonna be very expensive. So it's better for us to produce here and to deliver. Even with the airplane cost, air transport cost, it's always better. Okay. The key challenge may be complex or hard to penetrate. what's the hard to penetrate their market? Sometimes it's very hard. Most there's certain area there they have certain culture, and this culture is very very difficult to make business. Like Japan, you have a case at the principles of marketing, I think, or international. I don't remember. Probably international marketing or principles of marketing book. There are certain cases related to the Japan. You have to go through this through different steps in order to sell your product in that area. Okay, maybe scattered. What does it mean scattered? Éparpillé, dispersé, means inefficient or totally lacking. Means it's not efficient to distribute by that way in certain area. Like for example, you have product chocolate, you are producing chocolate and you are distributing to Chad, to Niger, to Burkina Faso, and you realize that there's a lot of return and a lot of complaints, and you waste a lot of money. Why? Because the product doesn't reach in the proper way there. So نتعداو لدي مش مازال 4 سلايد. اوكي. ماركتينج لوجيستكس. هو كان ريد اقرا ولا خلينا نرتاح انا شوي. شكون فادي؟ استنى خلينا نشوف يا سوني وين مشي. سندس وين مشيت قبيل؟
مسيو الكونيكسيون تاعي ماهيش ستابل. معناها ساعات تقصك علاش ساعات ما نسمعكش. فهمتني؟
باهي استنى حتى سي فادي يا في ليكيب ناسيونال فاش تلعب انت؟ علاه ما عندكش الميكرو؟ اي جروب 9 انت فين جروب 9؟ انا ما قريش فيه انا جروب 9. هاي مرحبا بك ميسالش على خاطر عجبني هكا ريتك اول مره وقلت هذايا فريق قومي يلزم نفرحوا به. كان على القهوه والبشكوت ونخليهم الغدوه ميسالش. اليوم ما نخلص لكش قهوه يا من عاش الغدوه تنجم تاخذ قهوه. اوكي سو محمد امين
وين
يقرا لي السلايد.
هيا involved in planning, implementing and controlling the physical flow of materials, final goods and related information. Supply chain management, upstream, downstream, value-added flows of materials, final goods and related information among suppliers, company, and consumers.
اوكي راهو حتى شو اسمه الكونيكسيون تاعك مش حاجه بالكدا. anyway thank you. The marketing logistics I explained it, how to manage, how to implement, how to control the physical flow, how to make the inventory, how to manage that activities, the warehouse, how to be clean, how to make inventory, how to inform the customers, how to make your visit reports, how to inform your suppliers about the competition, about the legislations, wants and needs of the customers, about the market, about okay, this is I explained it. The supply chain management also, there's managing upstream and downstream. What does it mean upstream and downstream? In French we call it amont ou aval. Amont حاول نكتبها لكم لهنا باش تعرفوها لهنا امون افال d'amont en aval يسميوه d'amont en aval. ايش معناتها amont? Do you know the river? The river, so the water is coming from the top and going to the down, from top to down. It's almost like that. So you have for the company, you have information, you have products, you have whatever coming from your suppliers, and you are managing this, and after that delivering to going out from your company, going to the next step, probably your customers. The d'amont en aval. So, and from amont en aval, there's a difference. You receive it in one way, and after that you produce, you develop, you can add an added value to that product and deliver after. Deliver with the information, with promotion, with different ways, with an added value. هذه upstream و downstream. Okay, ظاهر upstream و downstream. زاد نجم نسميهم هاك inbound و outbound. هاو ناخذ فكرة لهنا. You have the suppliers. You go directly to the company. هذه upstream. Inbound. Information coming inbound. Product coming about, and after that you produce a product, or you're gonna make an added value. It depends from your activities here, and after that you deliver the product with an added value or with more information to the resellers, for example, to the next step. After the resales, gonna go to customers. The information you can be shared in the customer. There's information going to the resellers and information going to the company and to supply. Sorry. Okay. Hi. Inbound, outbound, inbound, and the reverse distribution. So when we are talking about distribution, we are talking about how to manage all these elements in terms of flow, of physical flow, flow of information, financial flow, all these elements. Okay? نتعدى شبقان بقاونا 2 slides that's it. Okay, so here marketing, logistics and supply chain management. Why greater emphasis is being placed on logistics? Because it offers firms a competitive advantage. As I told you, if you have very wonderful distributors can distribute your product in different other area. So instead of selling to one market, you're going to sell to 3-4 markets. Why? Because you have more international markets. So this is an advantage. Your distributors can help you in order to manage to inform you about the competitors, and in another way he can participate in developing and designing the future product, developing your product, developing your way of work. Can yield cost saving? For sure, there's certain cost. You're going to save cost instead of looking for customers in a foreign countries. So it's a good way to, since he knows very well the countries, he knows and he has his own transportation equipment. So it's preferable that you're gonna give him and he's gonna do his job. Greater product variety requires improved logistics. Improvement in distribution efficiency are possible due to information technology. The information technology helped a lot to manage better the this way. Nowadays you can know your product from where it comes, traceability, and going to which different places, which area, at what level it reach, what are the. خاصة كان تشوفوا امازون، ما نعرفش كان ريتو مرة امازون وحتى رابيد باست، even رابيد باست here in Tunisia. If you send مثلا I don't know a box in to foreign countries, they're gonna give you a certain code, and the code you can see in which level it reaches that box. At the end here ماذا راه السؤال نتاع اكزامان. باهي يقول لك يا اخي الديستريبيوتور والشان اللوجيستيك هذايا نتاع الديستريبيوشن، there's only warehouse and inventory, only this, or there's other element? You said there's transportation and logistics information management. Basically logistics information management, you have to pay attention to this. It's not just delivering, or they can tell you fill in the blanks. The major logistics functions are inventory management, transportation, and يحط لك زوز بلايص فارغة. So you have to complete by warehousing and logistics information management. واضح؟ Is it okay till now? We finished the chapter, so hope you understand. This is the third P. Next week, by Allah's will, we're gonna make the last chapter, which is the promotions. Okay, they are the place how to deliver. Okay, so do you have any questions? Do you have any question? لا ماذا بيا نعرف فانا جروب تقراو جماعة محمد أمين، انت فانا جروب محمد أمين شنو؟
جروب
محمد أمين خراط. هذا هو عندي جروب 5، عندي خراط محمد أمين. هاي باهي. وشكون آخر؟